good evening is extended to the Secretary, Ms. Tasha Boris, Assistant Secretary, Ms. Megan Morrison, and all specially invited guests. This evening, my cranium is quantum sophistically filled so as to expatiate my mental faculties on this joyful, efficacious, and momentous occasion. This evening, I am here to tell you about the world-famous Moriah Ole wedding. This wedding is one of the benchmarks of the Tobago Heritage Festival. It is designed to highlight the European influence on Tobagonians. The Moriah Ole wedding is just a display of the nuptials of things that used to be. The wedding activities usually begin the day before the wedding. It will take the form of a small celebration at the groom's family home, known as the Bachelor Nights. This includes tambourine music, dancing, reel and jig, and something that we still uphold in our village, making of the pork tea. So if you want to taste the pork tea, come see us the night before the wedding.
And that was the famous speechifier, derivative of the Moriah Ole wedding. One of our many treasures here on the island of Tobago. And like I said, Heritage Festival is coming up, so you guys do not want to miss it. On set, I have with me Ms. Krystal Solomon, and she is the vice chairman of the Moriah Heritage Group. Did I say it correctly?
Yes, you did.
Krystal, thank you so much for coming. I have wanted to have this discussion for a very long time, but the stars have aligned and you are here with me. Now, guys, I have known Krystal forever. It's like forever. I met Krystal. What year was that? That was civilian conservation. Yes. I met Krystal. That was 19.
That was a very long time.
No,
I can't even remember. It was about 2003, 2004. Yes,
and we would have met there. And Krystal was always very cultural. That much I remember about her. And she's here to talk about the Moriah Ole wedding. Now, many times we view the Tobago Heritage Festival. The Moriah Ole wedding is one of those staples of the festival that you cannot miss. But there are certain points and certain aspects of the Ole wedding that some of you may or may not know the intricacies and meanings of what is being displayed. So Krystal is here to really, carry us on that journey as we fully and totally understand what the Moriah Ole wedding is all about. So Krystal, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you are most welcome.
Yes. So this morning, I'm here to, let's say, discuss the wedding, to highlight some points that people may not know, because there are several elements to a traditional Tobago wedding. When our wedding begins, we don't actually start on the wedding day. There's much preparation that goes into this, and we start to highlight the wedding from as far, well, not far, but the Bachelor Nights. For the Bachelor Nights, we have a little celebration, tambourine music, dancing, reel and jig, and we have the signature pork tea. It's not the usual stew pork and all of that. It's like your pork with your vegetables, your provision, with a nice little water, and you have your pork tea. That is our signature thing at the Bachelor Nights. And while all that celebration is taking place, preparations at the bride's house, they're preparing to cook and whatnot for the wedding day. But when all of that is over and the wedding day begins, most of the attention is given to the bride, where we start with the bridal affair. Now, the bridal affair is something where you have, when the bride is getting ready, you have the elders in the community, whether it be her grandmother, her aunties, neighboring friends or whoever, they will come to give her marital advice. And they come and they say, Cindy girl, this is what we want. You know you're getting married, and this is what is expected of you as a wife. You know you have to cook food for your husband, that he must never go hungry. Make sure you wash his clothes to make sure he always have clean clothes to wear. Remember, you have to keep house because the man want clean place to come and dwell in. Because you know they say only the saints does dwell in clean places. And your children, make sure your children well taken care of and well put together. So you know they will give her all the talking to, the customs and everything that is expected of her as a bride. And you know, even though they are doing that, you know, they sending all the congratulations, their well wishes, who would want to bring their little gifts and whatever to make sure that she is in high spirits for that journey she's about to take. Right? So when they are finished with that, we're going down to the church. You know, when you're going down to the church, you will see a lot of people coming in. And when you're coming into the church now, you're seeing a lot of immaculately dressed people. You're seeing the bridesmaids. And we have, before you see all the bride and all of that, you're seeing the bridesmaids. Listen to me. And the bridesmaids are always immaculately dressed in some flamboyant colors.
Yes.
It's always because, you know, they always say, Moriah, people like nice things and they're always well dressed. So, you know, these colors, you will see us in bright colors, pink, blue, yellow, red, orange, no dull colors at all. Mm-hmm. And the gentlemen, because we are looking at the European influence to things, you will see the gentlemen in those scissors tail jackets, their top hats, neatly sewn white pants.
Yes,
and listen to me, the shoes, Sunday best.
Yes, and shiny.
Shiny, Sunday best. Yes. And those men, listen to me, dressed to the nines. Mm-hmm. And you make sure, and you see if it's